good morning, everyone. Uh, India, we are talking about India is a $1 trillion economy. So, agriculture is playing a vital role in providing that economic stability to India. And we, the student of Birla Global University, myself, Pratik.
My name is Safaque.
So, we are going to discuss about a big problem statement of farmers. So, how the farmers are facing the dilemma in the current situations. So they're not getting the actual market price for their crops. They're not getting a good storage place for their crop, and they're also not getting a good financial support from the banks as well as from the government. So our venture Kiwi Organics solve the problems. So let's discuss about our first. So what Kiwi Organics do? So we are developing a Agri-Nexus OS, a operating system where we are integrating the agri-related problem and the solution. First, here I am going to discuss about the core problem, like the survival debt loop. So the farmer are taking the debt from the banks, and they are not able to repay it at the perfect time, or they are not able to pay the installment in time, because as we know, crop is just like an investment, but it doesn't guarantee a secure return to the farmers. So due to the bad weather situations, the pest and diseases infections related in the agriculture sector, they reduces the crop production capacity. And we're talking about the second issue, they're not getting a perfect and a guaranteed minimum support price like MSP from the market or government. So they are producing the crop but not getting the actual rate what the market demands. And lastly, we'll talk about the wastage and the problem related to their storage, how they can able to store their product for a long time and release the product at the time of highest demand in the market. So now talk about the TAM, the total addressable market of this sector. So here in this slide, you can see is $170 billion global credit gap and 33% post-harvest loss confirmed financially and technical problem. So agriculture is a $1 trillion market universally, and in India, it's also plays a huge chunk of it. So our problem statement is we are not just optimizing the supply chain, we are re-engineering the foundation of global food security. Impact. So talking about the impact, the current agricultural crisis trap farmer in poverty and stalls agri-tech innovation causing food price inflation for consumers and post-harvest loss, as I have already mentioned about it. Getting into the problem statement and industry, we are going to work on it. So problem being solved, like farmers and agri startups are facing major problem in revenue growth, financial services, market linkage, and consultancy for their business. So here I am going to describe this four things like financial services, revenue growth, market linkage, and consultancy for this business. So revenue growth, the farmer doesn't know what to grow. So they are stuck in the traditional practices, Sabat. So they are into the traditional crop practice like they're growing paddy, wheat. They don't know modern agriculture. So as I give you an example of European cucumber, so it has a high demand in foreign country. So they're used in salad and and they're also used in a huge amount in the QSR and the restaurant chain. So they don't know what to grow in the field. They are just practicing the traditional method. So here our solution comes in, and we provide them the best crop they can practice in their field, or they can produce to generate more amount of revenue. So that's the point of revenue growth. And financial services. And talking about the financial services, no bank is agreed to provide a huge amount of money to farmers, because the banks know that the farmers are facing a lot of problem due to flood, due to weather, um, due to supply chain norms, due to the government norms. Banks don't like to provide a loan to the farmers because they don't have a great civil score or credit card. So banks mostly refuse farmers and they don't have any collateral to deposit. So talking about the one minute. Talking about the market linkage. So market linkage plays a vital role. Here we're talking about the agriculture sector. So farmer doesn't get a good market linkage where they can sell their crop for to get a good price. So they are selling it in a less profit, like uh, for a quintal of wheat they are selling in 3,000 and 4,000. But the actual rate, if I'll talk about the actual rate, they will get like 5 to 6,000 if they will go to a good marketplace and sell their product. Okay. Okay. So my slide is visible. Hope Safaque.
Yeah.
I think my slide is visible.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay. Then talking about the consultant for their business, will not just act like a barrier or like will not just act like a bridge for their farmers and market. Will also act like a consultant for their business. We'll tell them when to grow the crop, where to grow the crop, which type of climate they require. We'll provide them the market. We'll provide them the buyer. We'll also provide them with the best financial services from the bank by looking into the document and by providing them a good DPR, detailed project report, to the banks. If we'll make a DPR for the farmers, how they project, will not treat the agriculture crop as a crop. We'll see it as a investment. Like we're buying gold ETF, we are buying some bonds. We'll see the agriculture product as like a investment or like a project where they can generate the revenue. So okay, the supporting to the data, that once 170 billion global market gap, as I already told about. So we'll work on the domain agribusiness, and our industry is agriculture and food processing, and area covering is food. So getting to the next slide. Okay. So then we'll come to the problem analysis. So let's talk about the affected people. Like our company, the Kiwi Organics, is solving the problem of whom? So we are solving the problem of, not just solving the problem of farmer, but we are also solving the problem of agripreneurs. We are also solving the problem of agri startups. And as you have seen in the slide, that affected stakeholder, post-harvest loss trap 1.5 billion farmer in cycle of poverty, while forcing consumer to pay higher price for inefficient supply chain. Because we don't have a good supply chain. So if I will tell, so for that reason, the food prices are inflating like anything. So meanwhile, agri-tech startup face a value of death due to a lack of investment in professional extension services. They don't have the right tech or right platform to know about the current schemes that are being launched by the government. The farmers actually don't have the phone, and they don't have the connectivity to the social media or to the blogs or something that the current scenario wants. They are only dependent on the traditional practices, like they are watching the news and TV. So they are not aware with the schemes. So impact on stakeholder, as I have already discussed. As we have already discussed, so impact on stakeholder and root cause, financial services risk and lack of formal land documentation, market linkage, lack of first miles, cold storage and logistical infrastructure, revenue growth, small fragmented land holdings, and predatory intermediary cycle, consultancy services under founding a public advisory services, and youth mitigation. Personal and team connect, we don't just want to build a platform, we want to end the poverty by design. The exist in global agriculture. By digitalizing the trust and transparency, we turn a high risk gamble into a high growth asset for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So we're not just like providing the
Pratik,
solutions.
sorry for the interruption, but this video has a limit of 15 minutes. So can you be a little quick?
Okay, Safaque. So our targeted customers are primarily our smallholder farms, and our secondary customers are bank. We're going to collaborate with them. So customer segment and persona. So here we're talking about a customer segment who is Abhijit Kumar Bhoi, who is a rural person who is doing the agriculture. So I personally connected with him and talked about the problem that he is facing, the same problem he is that we are talking about. And here are the customer profile who like how the customer is being acquainted with something like education is like his education as his gender, occupation, and hobby, primary information, how he is taking the information, as I've already told you about it. So JD, so my friend Safaque,
Yeah.
I just tell you just continue from job to be done.
Yeah, okay. So now that we understand our customer, let's look at their needs in a more structured way. Uh, Jobs to be done. From a functional perspective, farmers wants to increase their income and reduce risk by getting better prices and lowering input cost. From an emotional perspective, every farming decision carries pressure as it directly impacts their family livelihood. And socially, farmers want respect in society and a better future for their children. So, overall, their needs are not just economics but also emotional and social. Next slide, please, Pratik.
Hopefully it is visible, Safaque.
Not yet. Yeah. So now we are coming to current alternatives. Currently, farmers rely on informal systems like middlemen and traditional practices. These are not actual solutions, they are just survival strategies. They may help in the short term, but they won't allow farmers to grow. So, next slide, please. The gap in current system. The major gap is that the current system is designed more to extract value rather than create value for farmers. Because of this, farmer remains stuck in the cycle of low growth despite continues they do a lot of efforts. So basically, this clearly highlights the need for a more integrated and efficient solution. Next slide, please, Pratik. Uh, Agri-Nexus OS has won the first prize in our Birla Global University. We are we at Kiwi Organics from Birla Global University have developed Agri-Nexus OS, an integrated digital platform connecting farmers and with finance, markets, logistics, and advisory support. We are also proud to share that this idea has been awarded the first prize in our college. Yes, which motivated me
Yes.
and Pratik to take the solution forward with even more with confidence. Next slide, please. Yeah. Solution design plus features. Our platform is designed as a digital first service, making it simple, accessible, and scalable. Key features include like financial empowerment to farmers, efficient logistic and supply chain to farmers, digital advisory support, direct market access, and many more. Okay, so coming to the benefits, this solution creates value at multiple levels. Functionally, it improves income and efficiency. Emotionally, it gives confidence and reduces uncertainty of farmers. Socially, it enhances the status of farmers. So and strengthen rural communities. At a larger level, it also contributes to economic growth and sustainability. So coming to the competitors, Pratik, yeah, come to the competitor slide, please.
Hope it's visible competitor
Yeah,
side. Safaque.
in terms of competition, we have both direct and indirect players. Like direct competitors include mandis and middleman, while indirect competitors include agitech and logistic platform. However, what makes us unique is that we provide a complete integrated ecosystem rather than solving just one part of the problem. Coming to the financial projection, Pratik, please. Looking at our financial projection, in the initial stage, we focus on building investment from year 2 onwards. We expect steady and revenue growth. Yeah. And by year 3, we aim to achieve profitability, showing that our model is both scalable and sustainable. So overall, Agri-Nexus OS is not just a solution but a step towards transforming agriculture. We truly believe in the potential of this idea, and with the right guidance and support, we can scale it further and create real impact. We look forward to your valuable feedback and support to help us grow this venture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Safaque.
Yeah, thank
So
you,
I hope
Pratik.
this slide is must more informative for all those who will watch it later. So
Yeah.
thank you. With this, we conclude. So thank you, Safaque.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pratik, for your valuable time.